Day 3 of asking for a video on Oppo Rancisis. So this hairy individual was a Thespian who hailed from the planet Thespius. Before his induction into the Jedi Order, Oppo Rancisis came from royalty and he was actually heir to his people's throne. But his Force sensitivity at a young age created a new path for him. Even though he was offered to come back to rule his people, he declined because he wanted to serve the Jedi. When he came of age to learn from a master, he was apprenticed to Master Yaddle. Now Rancisis was very old and he dated back to the High Republic era. He was a master to Dal Azim, and for any High Republic fans out there, both he and his Padawan rescued a bunch of slaves, and one of them just so happened to be Lorna D, a Tempest runner for the Nihil Marauders. He noticed that she was willing to help others and he recommended that she join a military academy. The two then lost touch after she chose to leave her education. Rancisis' skill, hard work and wisdom earned him a seat on the Jedi High Council, and he would remain seated on there for over 200 years. As the Nihil Marauders became more prominent and more of a threat, the Supreme Chancellor Lina So asked for the Jedi to help and put a stop to the Nihil Marauders. The council then called a meeting to discuss whether they should step in. Some Jedi believe that they should, but others didn't because they thought that this would be considered a military action and Jedi aren't military. Rancisis was for the argument of helping find and stop the Nihil. In the game Jedi Survivor, we see flashbacks to the planet Tanalorr, where we see from conversations and echoes that Rancisis was on this planet, basically just to see if the world is suitable for the Jedi to have a presence there, until the world was attacked by the Nihil. It was then decided that the world would be abandoned due to its attack and its difficulty in reaching it. Pushing a couple of hundred years later, Rancisis remains on the Jedi High Council and he is present to Qui-Gon Jinn presenting Anakin Skywalker to the High Council to be tested and trained in the ways of the Force, as he believes that Anakin Skywalker is the chosen one. Rancisis was against Anakin being trained because he sensed a threat to their order around Anakin. 10 years later, the Clone Wars had begun and Rancisis was chosen to be their main representative at meetings that involved Republic High Command, as well as serving as a general and a military advisor. He's seen throughout the Clone Wars attending several meetings, doing all that he can to end the war, and then Order 66 happened. And Rancisis is a known survivor as he was on the Inquisitor's list, and it was commented that he, amongst others, had hidden themselves very well. I'm very curious as to where he is and what he's been doing in all this time. Hope it helped.